Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here at the ALS Association North Carolina chapter. I'm Dave Shore. The other gentleman on the screen, let's welcome Mark in. Mark did a wonderful fundraiser last year with he and some of his fellow streamers out there. They put together many hours of streaming, and they did a great thing called Mark Sparks. Help us help them, or help them help us. They're going to do it again March 4th until April 4th this year, and we want it to be bigger and better than ever. Mark, thanks so much. Mark, tell us first of all the why of why you're doing this.
Thanks, Dave. I really appreciate it. One of the biggest things is that here recently, my father was diagnosed with ALS back in August of 2019. And it was definitely something that hit me really hard. And the only thing that I knew how to do was, stuff like this, like charity events and raising money. And I couldn't think of a better way to help him fight ALS than to raise money for the people who directly help him, which is why we named it Help Them Help Us.
And you had so many people collaborate and put it all together. And you did it in the month of February last year. And we know the total got over 20,000 last year. It was unbelievable. Just out of the gate, I say thank you for what you're doing, Mark.
I really appreciate what you guys do for us. And I've been pretty lucky to have roughly over 40 people to help me collaborate with this fundraiser.
Now, this is what I would call a unique one. Everybody finds their own style and their own way to fundraise. Tell us a little bit about how you go about doing this, Mark.
So there's a lot of different ways, especially because we have so many different collaborators. One of the main ways is, I'm a Twitch streamer and I do YouTube videos as well. So a lot of the times we play video games in which we coordinate with our audience. So a lot of the different ways is people can donate to influence how the game rolls. Like for this one, we had Prop Hunt. If you donate a certain amount of money, then you would have basically us change into a specific prop, or in some of the other games, we'll have your donations directly influence the game. And then at the end, we always have a big finale in which we have a certain amount of donations. And last year, I actually had to have my entire beard shaved off, and also had to wax my arm. So it was an interesting time, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now, how do you pick which games you play, Mark?
A lot of the people who we collaborate with have games that they are particularly interested in or good at. So like Fox and Fedora, and as well as Majira Strawberry, they really love Mario Kart. So we let them play that, and they have their own little unique tournament for it. And this is Overwatch, where there's like probably about 10 streamers I know who constantly play Overwatch. So we kind of just let the individuals pick what games they want, create their own events, and then they have the fun that they want to have on stream.
Which is your particular favorite, Mark?
Well, I'm what's called a variety streamer. I stream anywhere from, shooting games like Call of Duty to Arma 3, and then I even get into the slower stuff like American Trucking Simulators, Sim Cities, City Skylines. It just depends on really where I'm trying to go for that day.
And how do you hope to do it? Any different or anything you want to expand this year?
Oh, for sure. One thing that we're definitely working on is making it easier for the streamers as well as for people who are collaborating, and trying to get a little bit more of a voice out there this year. We've been focusing on using specific hashtags, and one of them is hashtag #PapaBarks or Help Them Help Us. Both of them are something that we predominantly have been using to put out all the information that we've got. And especially for this year, like last year was a month long, and this year it's also going to be a month long from March 4th to April 4th. And we're really trying to, I guess, show a lot of different things that you can do to help not only the charity, but to help everyone.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Now, last year I just checked it out at a couple of times. If somebody just wants to watch, and I put up the Twitch TV channel for you, is it possible for them to just watch you all and enjoy it?
Yes, on on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/marksparks, as well as my social media account, which is going to be on Twitter. I'm going to be putting up the calendars for all, not only my streams, but everyone else's streams that are going to be going on, which you can find that at twitter.com/ I think it's marks_barks. Let me check.
Yes, marks_barks.
Yes, you will be able to find out all the scheduled information, as well as I'm sure that you guys are going to be retweeting some of the events that are going to be scheduled as well.
Well, one of the things, Mark, that we definitely want to do is we want to make it as easy as possible for those to donate the way people get used to donating now. And I know last year we used a platform that was able to donate very easily. This year we're going to add Tiltify as well. So we're going to try to make it very easy for anyone who wants to contribute along the way.
Oh, and it's really appreciated, especially Tiltify will allow you to see the donations as they come up, and it'll be a lot funner to track. That's for sure.
I have to ask because, Mark, I know I probably told you before, I spent many, many years at ESPN. I think back over the years when, a little thing called fantasy football started and all the naysayers said, oh, that'll never work. That'll never grow. Then it grew into multi-billion dollar audience out there and revenue. And I remember sitting in on the easy early meetings at ESPN on some of the planning of esports and gaming. And there were those same group of people that said, no, that's just a fringe audience. You just have to get aboard the train and ride. And I've been really impressed. Why do you think it has grown so much?
I definitely think that a lot of the online things are not only just an easy use, because instead of having to, really schedule out times, especially with Twitch, like you can go on there and just find people who are constantly streaming or, find all these different things. And especially for things like fundraisers, in our world, we have conventions and we've raised, millions and millions of dollars each year for these different conventions and for what their charity is for that specific thing. And it's just so much easier now that I don't have to drive all the way to X place. I can just run charity events and do charity stuff from my house. And it's a lot simpler to do those kinds of things,
Yeah, and you know what? We sometimes always put fundraisers around the traditional hours of the day. You guys are going. I remember seeing notifications. It's all hours of the night.
Yeah, especially the last one was 24 hours in which I only got 2-hour nap. So,
well, for all of your friends who want to participate in this, are you putting out a personal challenge there? Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, I mean, honestly, it's one of those things that I have a personal challenge and I encourage others to do it as well. Definitely just give it your all, have a good time. And most importantly, like this is something that not only I find important, but a lot of people within our community find important. I do want to try to get a little bit more than last year. I know if that's a little bit, I guess it's not really selfish, but it feels like it's a little bit selfish to ask to get a little bit more than last year, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, and I want people that do. There are many services and every part of the mission and grants and the clinics and everything that all goes into it. And we appreciate everything. I know personally, losing my mom years ago, this is my why as well. So, Mark, I salute you. I salute all of your friends. And I hope on March 4th to April 4th, you guys just have one heck of a great time producing all this. We'll watch it as well, and we'll continue to try to promote it as well, okay?
Thank you so much, Dave.